where's the disparity there? Why are you not treating it that way? Because we agreed that that would be what this is, but you seem to be treating it, and like, you're super passionate about what you do, and that's super applaudable. I love how passionate you are, and I think it's super important. And I really, truly appreciate how much you think, how much value you give to this, and I think it's incredibly impressive that you've stuck to it. But why do you, when it comes to judging yourself, treat it like this is your full-time job when we know it's not, and we agreed it's not?
That's so crazy.
Seems like that's the disconnect, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you treat photography like it's your full-time job. You're like, I gotta plan a post, I gotta do my cadence of posts, I gotta make sure I'm exploring I'm connecting with new people to get new clients, and it's like, no, you don't. If you want to, sure. But if you don't want to, or if it's stressing you out, don't. If you don't book a client for the next 2 years, I don't fucking care. You all of a sudden drop the mom stuff altogether. I don't care. I mean, I'll ask you questions because it would be odd. Because, like I said, you're super passionate about it. Actually, can I do it anymore? Sure. Like, we framed our life as I'm working and you're at home.
Dude.
You expressed that you wanted to do this other stuff, and I love that about you, and I love that you always want to keep going and pushing and doing other things, but it was never required, nor should it have ever been your primary focus.
Wow.
So, like, you need to, I think, allow yourself grace and time to figure out, like, does posting stress me out too much? Do I even need to fucking worry about it at all? Because it's not my primary job. It's not what's expected of me at all in my life and my relationship. So what is making me prioritize it? Like, what's the driving force for you?
I think it's that if I treat it like a full-time job now, that's what's gonna make it an actual full-time job for me.
But do you want it to be?
No.
So why are you doing it?
Because I have autism.
Part of it's probably because you think that's what's expected.
Yeah, but not from you.
No, and I agree, but that's what people do.
Yeah, I guess it's like I was like, oh, well, like I've just now gotten the point of saying I'm a stay-at-home mom as a job title.
Yeah. And like,
because it's like I'm a mom, that's like my experience in my family, but like I'm a stay-at-home mom means like I'm responsible for everything about these kids 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a time that they're with somebody else.
Yeah, but that is your job. That's the profession, and that's what you're not draining. You're actively providing something by being a stay-at-home mom.
That's crazy, because also what I'm realizing is that stay-at-home mom has really just felt like, and obviously this is my own projection because I got fired, but like stay-at-home mom just meant like I'm unemployed, so I'm at home with the kids.
No. Your profession is being a mother to our children and a caretaker of our home because I'm at work.
Yeah, like to me it was like mom is like an always title, and then stay at home is like this weird descriptor that you have to add to let people know that you're unemployed and you're at home with your children. And like, it doesn't, but that's my projection, is that it's not a profession, but it's what I do until I get a job.
Agreed together that you not only saved us basically as much as your salary would be, you were also gaining us the emotional stability with our children of being the mom and being at home and not having them raised by daycare. And that was something we felt was important enough, coupled with the cost, to move forward with, even though when we decided it, we were not in the greatest financial situation. It made sense to us, and it was an active choice. So I think that's important. Like, we didn't just default to this. We chose this. And by choosing this, that is acknowledging you being a stay-at-home mom as your job. At least to me it is. Like, this is your job. It's not just what you do by default. This is your literal job.
This is so crazy. Literally every morning when I don't have to get the kids ready for school and get myself ready to work and get everybody at the door into school, and do all these things, I get to stay home and do the one thing. I feel like I'm cheating. You know how people think that, a C-section is the easy way out?
It's fucking not. It's fucking surgery.
I know, but people think that. But it's, the same, kind of weird thing where it's, I feel like I perpetuate the stereotype of, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, but...
No. Fuck. If people are just what in the world? Call back. People think, oh, she just stays home. But they think it in a negative way. But in my head, I'm like, I just get to stay home. Because this is what I want to do. But also, the way that my personality and, I don't / can't work for other people.
Yeah.
I think everybody's stupid. And, so it feels like I'm cheating by getting to, hide away at home and do what I want instead of suffering out there with a job. Does that make sense?
It does.
Not that I'm getting off easy, but being a mom and having a job where I worked for somebody else and was, a nervous wreck like I was at weekend the entire time. It feels like I'm cheating that I now get to stay home and not have to feel like that.
But there's concessions. If you had to go to work in the morning, would you handle Nellie by yourself at night and let me sleep through?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. There's concessions. You might have a shittier fucking night and get to have less sleep because
I get to nap.
Just wants you, and you let me, continue to sleep through the night, relatively. Obviously, awake when she's screaming, but
yeah.
I'm not having to actively participate most of the time. Would that be the case if you worked? No. So there's a trade-off there. There's concessions that are being made. So, and that is stuff you are putting in basically towards your profession. Are you going to hear your mom said 197,000 times? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to get touched out and crawled all over? Yes. Am I going to get touched out mentally and have to hit 97 people with the idiot stick? Yes.
Yeah.
We're just doing different things, but we're putting the same effort forth.
I know, but I'd rather do this one, and it feels like I'm cheating because...
I'd rather do mine.
Okay, then.
I thought for the longest time growing up I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad, and then I had kids. And that is nothing against our children. I think arguably we have some pretty decent kids.
Who are we arguing with? Ourselves?
Hey, I would be a great stay-at-home dad. I don't fucking know, dude.
And I'm not willing to take the chance to find out.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my biggest thing I wanted to put to you, to circle back on this whole fucking thing.
Sure.
Why are you treating your side hustle as your full-time job and treating your full-time job as your side hustle is not what I mean to say. But why are you?
No, but that, okay, so this is great because that was.
But you're not doing that. You're not negating your mom duties. I just want to make that clear. That's not what I'm trying to say. But anyway.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, why are you treating your side hustle, photography,
As a full-time job. And then your full-time job.
And your full-time job is your side hustle. That's not what you're doing. You're basically just making yourself have 2 full-time jobs.
Correct.
So why are you doing that when your photography should only and ever be your side hustle? Because you have already committed to your full-time job being a stay-at-home mom.
Wow. Because this, so not because, but
You forgot your job was a profession?
yes, and that is like the actual root of what I was trying to explain to you when I said I feel like I live all of my time in my online world than I do at home. Because I was putting the pressure on myself to be there for photography. But that's what I would do if I was a full-time photographer, which I am not.
Correct.
I'm neither a part-time photographer.
You were
I am a 10%er
this
photographer.
Means no offense to you as a photographer. You're a hobbyist photographer.
Yeah.
Like, you're a when you want to, when it's convenient. And you don't ever need to be more than that.
Yeah, and I guess when you say hobbyist, it made me feel beginner.
And
But that's not
it's
necessarily a direct correlation.
It's your hobby. My hobby is keyboards. Am I a beginner in keyboards? Fuck.
Dude. But then, to jump off of that, love this point, we can come back to it if we remember. It makes me feel like I'm not allowed to be a hobbyist photographer and charge actual money unless I've already done the full-time hustle of becoming a really good photographer and can still deliver that consistency and that goodness from the other years of experience of burnout.
No, and that is not a us thing. That's a you thing, and your social media pressure and your self-worth pressures. That's where that is.
No, I'm not saying that was from you at all.
No, and I'm not taking it as that. I'm telling you where that's from.
Yes.
Yeah, that is social media telling you, and all your stories of photographers putting in the fucking work, telling you this is the path and this is what photographers do, and it is your own lack of positive self-worth telling you that there's no fucking way you can charge money because you didn't fucking grind.
Yeah.
But that's not fucking true.
I can do whatever I want.
They agreed. It's not.
I guess it just feels fraudulent.
Why?
Like
It's
that I'm not giving them, like, their money for paying for me should go to someone who worked harder and has been there longer.
But someone who worked harder can be shit.
Which is also something to say about like jobs versus like creative jobs.
Your whole portfolio is online available for free. If someone hires you, it is their onus to get exactly what they expect because they have full access to your entire career as a photographer.
And they can choose not to book me.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
By choice. So there is zero onus to you to be at a level or have a certain reputation. You are the exact photographer you are, and they book you by choice. 100%. They could easily book someone else. They could easily not take photos at all.
This is literally crazy to me right now. The whole focus has been to be booked and make money and be a full-time photographer, but I don't want to do that. That sounds too hard.
You are a stay-at-home mom who does photography on the side.
Wow.
To capture motherhood, to spread awareness of motherhood, and honor the little moments. That is the order that these are in. That we have chosen for our lives. And if that order changes once in a while, sure. But as it stands now, I think that's the order everything's in. And I think you would probably agree that's the order everything is in. So you're a stay-at-home mom first. You're a photographer second.
Oh my God, I do this for fun.
Third, you're someone who wants to spread awareness of mothers and the small moments of motherhood, womanhood. So that's the cadence this stuff should be in. It's our kids, our family, you as a person, us as a couple. It's photography. Booking, reaching out, awareness, posting. Third is going to be events, mom events, you know. And maybe second and third change sometimes. Maybe you're more focused on mom events sometimes. Cool. Booking goes out the window. Who cares? It's
Oh my
not your primary focus.
Oh
You're
my
weird.
God.
Next week, catch me somewhere else.
Where are you going?
Scott's. No, just kidding. Work. I work for a living, remember?
Oh yeah.
One of us has to.
Connor, don't undo everything that you just did.
Alright, that's right. I was kidding.
I know.
I was kidding 1,000%.
I know. But I'm going to lose perspective and remember the last thing that was said, which was that.
Last thing I said.
Dude, I think my heels finally, like, they finally got those calluses off.
Are you fucking saying to me right now?
The calluses on my heels. The girls actually got them off.
Oh.
Like, the last couple pedicures I've gotten, they haven't, like, done a good job of that. And that's, like, what I want the pedicure for mostly.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I don't know anything about pedicures, nor that the calluses were an issue. So, this is...
I get self-conscious about
I'm
them.
reacting in real time now. It's just new information.
I get insecure about my calluses.
Why?
Makes me feel like I have...
Just means you're a boss-ass bitch.
Makes me feel like I have man feet.
Means you have strong feet.
That's not what calluses mean.
Yes it does.
Not on your feet.
Why?
Well, specifically the calluses you get are mostly from having dry feet.
Okay, but my feet don't hurt, nor are they bleeding. I can walk barefoot on basically anything. Strong.
Do I not understand what calluses are?
Your perspective all fucked up about all kinds of shit. You should just come to me for everything.
But Connor, the problem is that I don't know that things are a problem until you tell me that my brain is not correct.
Well, that's not good. Just come to me for everything. I got you.
But I don't know what to come to you for.
Everything. I just said
Oh, sure.
start now.
Okay. I'm baffled.
Callus is your skin thickening against...
I'm over that. I'm back to the other thing now.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I just like two of like the mom influencers that I love because they're influencers who love motherhood and love to show motherhood, but they still do things for themselves. and their account isn't about being a mom, but it's a huge part of it. Like, it's not separated as two separate things, but it's like, I am this person because of the motherhood. So obviously it's connected, but it's not about, like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, you wouldn't do the second step before the first step, so why would you ever focus on photography before motherhood? Because your motherhood is going to fuel your focus for photography.
Yeah, like,
Because
that's
it's
where the
based
passion
on
comes
motherhood.
from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then based on the passion of motherhood and photography makes you want to do events. So that's naturally the third progression. Maybe as you start spinning up events, the third progression might replace the second, and motherhood is going into events. Still a natural progression, cool. And then events could fuel more photography. So 2 and 3 are interchangeable, but 1 is a constant. It's always the motherhood.
Wow.
And motherhood and being a stay-at-home mom being your primary focus and job and value. And it is value. Like, we've talked about it a bunch before, but like, we'll reiterate and remind, you saving us money is valuable.
Yeah.
We are not paying several $1,000s a month by you being home. We are not paying more than I make by you not being home. So you make more than I do.
Wait, what?
If we had both kids full-time in daycare, we would be paying probably $5,000 a month. I don't make that.
That's like a severe overstatement.
It's not.
$5,000? It's not $2,000 per kid. $2,500 per kid.
Isn't it?
No.
What's it now? Not a genius.
I think it's like 17 for one kid.
Okay, $3,400. I barely make over that. I make 19 every 2 weeks. That's $3,800.
Connor.
That's what I'm saying. It is immense value you are bringing by being home. Like a lot.
Oh my god.
Like, we didn't make this decision lightly, and you've obviously lost the perspective on it, which I'm happy to remind you. Like, you were doing an incredible service to this family being home. And we did the math at the time. There's almost zero job that you could have gotten on the fly that would have paid you what your lack of daycare is contributing. And then that's not even accounting the emotional piece of you, the mother of our children, getting to be the one who raises them and not being shifted to a daycare. But that's super important to me, and I know it's super important to you. So that $3,400 is only $400 difference than my actual fucking salary, but might as well be $1,000 difference because you add in the emotional stuff.
Wow.
Like, you bring such an incredible value to our family by being willing and able to be home.
This is blowing my mind right now.
You can clip that last part. Just save it whenever you're freaking out. Future cat, clip the last 15 seconds. Made you feel good.
I almost made a joke, like, okay, David.
No, that's like...
Because I thought that you were clipping it, because again, this is how my mind works, which I now realize how much I hate, is make sure you clip that, thinking clip that for other people to hear.
No, I was like... Clip.
And to be like, I'm such a good husband. But
No.
you mean it so that I could hear it again.
I mean, clip, hey chat, We're live streaming. Clip that so that she can re-listen and remind herself whenever she's feeling down.
Thanks.
You do a great job. And it's an amazing thing that you do. And I'm glad we're able to do it. I'm so glad we're able to do it. Because both you and I think it's super important that we're able to be so heavily involved with our kids. And I'm so glad that I can randomly pick up Murph or randomly take him to school or be here with you girls.
Stop. I'm gonna have to remember to take that out.
If you editor cat, remember to take that out.
Now you're getting it. That's the Rick Glassman.
That's just like people who are just vibing like this. You call out to editor. Who else does it? I watched someone do that.
He took it from Rick Glassman.
No one's ever called out to their editor before.
Not like
really
Rick
an
Glassman.
autistic Jewish thing. Certainly no one else has ever thought of it.
You know what is gonna be crazy one day is
When we actually find some Jewish lineage in you.
yes, and one day AI will be so good to scrubbing the internet that you won't even have to tag people anymore for them to be notified that they were mentioned in something.
That's terrifying.
I'm right though, right?
But 100%.
Okay. So then I can just post, like, one day it'll update all of the internet. And Rick Glassman's gonna get all of these notifications over so many years.
Shut the fuck up about you, man.
I'm gonna look so obsessed.
And she's on your dick, 100%.
And like, in like such a creepy, scary way where it's like, I don't like comment on anything, but all I do is talk about you at home.
Lurk? You're a lurker, fucking obsessed girl?
On YouTube, yeah. I don't find YouTube to be a good conducive place for comments.
Wow.
I can't wait to listen to this tomorrow. This is literally everything my tarot readings have been telling me all week.
We were waiting for this moment.
Yeah, I think just for you to say those things in a specific way that clicked was basically like the whole like, you're kind of lost, you don't know what you're doing, you've forgotten the plot line, you've forgotten the point. That's all I've been hearing all week, but I didn't get it until you just said that.
Yeah. It was a purgatory, it was a made-up story.
I did text Emma and remind them that they need to watch Lost. Are you gonna watch Lost again with me?
Why would I want to do that? I do love most of Lost. I just very much don't love the rest of Lost.
I think that maybe.
It gets so convoluted, I just don't care anymore.
I know, but I would be curious because you tried to watch Lost with me once.
But that wasn't my first time watching Lost.
When did you watch Lost before?
When it came out.
Wait, what?
I watched Lost when it came out. My parents watched Lost.
Okay, but still, the last time we tried to watch Lost, i.e. you tried to watch Lost, was over 10 years ago now. Because I specifically remember that we started watching it in our DeVecchi apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if you would feel the same way, having had 10 years of like tastes change and just liking different things. But then also, it's like on one hand, you do change so much and grow so much, but then on the other hand, you're so staunchly, aggressively, stubbornly yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the nicest thing you've ever said.
Okay, Kathy. I love you.
What?
Filthy fucking casuals. As
Gaming
in, like,
club.
people who casually game.
Yeah.
I love that.
I've gamed every day for basically since I turned 10. I'm
Oh.
32.
You're 32?
Yeah.
Today?
Actually, no. It's the day after you. You would know.
I'm doing a bit that you won't understand.
Oh, well. Just another opportunity to remind you you're the older one.
Just another opportunity to remind you that I'm smarter than you.